Look at the physical infrastructure of our modern world. Our energy grids, financial markets, and massive server farms. These systems were intentionally designed to centralize power and extract resources. This isn't a side effect. It is their primary, engineered purpose. This chart shows the systemic fallout. We're tracking $54 trillion in climate damages and over $14 trillion in annual conflict costs, mapped against a global mental health crisis affecting 300 million people. A growing body of evidence from computer science and institutional economics suggests that decentralized, federated architectures can achieve equal or superior performance compared to our current systems. We are facing a crisis of design, not a shortage of raw materials. Preventing a planetary-scale catastrophe requires more than incremental reform. We have to completely rewrite the mathematical and structural logic of how human beings coordinate. This shift is urgent because artificial intelligence is scaling rapidly, and right now, it is inheriting the same centralized, extractive architecture that we've already built. Look at the microscopic level, and you see a flaw called polysemanticity. A single artificial neuron fires for multiple, unrelated concepts at once. It creates an opaque system where we cannot truly interpret the machine's internal logic. When neural pathways are entangled, the system generates hallucinations, deepfakes, and a systemic loss of narrative integrity. We lose the ability to verify what is true. We are building these opaque, infinite complexities on top of the already broken societal structures that dominate our world. The stakes are clear. If we cannot untangle the microscopic code inside an AI's brain, we have no chance of untangling the macroscopic problems of our society. The solution to algorithmic extraction and opacity is extreme precision and neural separation. Researchers use sparse autoencoders. They act as a geometric filter, separating tangled neural signals into clean, parallel data lines. This creates monosemanticity. Instead of responding to a dozen things, each individual neuron now activates for only one specific, interpretable concept. This interpretability enables concept erasure, the ability to surgically suppress harmful AI behaviors or biases without disrupting the rest of the model's functionality. The process uses posterior probabilities, a targeting method that calculates the likelihood of an activation being tied to a specific concept. It allows for the most precise erasure possible, with minimal side effects on the model. We now have the mathematical capability to make artificial intelligence perfectly transparent, controllable, and safe. That AI transparency provides the foundation for what researchers call a third layer of trust across our society. This transparent AI becomes the anchor for justice-ready digital public infrastructure. As this schematic shows, localized, transparent AI nodes lock into a secure network, creating a decentralized grid of trust. Within this architecture, tamper-proof cryptographic ledgers act as shields against hostile revisionism and political capture. This cryptographic layer secures the right to truth. It makes digital evidence forensically admissible in legal proceedings, even in an era of AI-generated deepfakes. Combining transparent AI with cryptographic ledgers creates a socio-technical foundation that is impervious to algorithmic hallucination and human corruption. Scaling this logic up to a planetary level creates what is known as the liberation stack. It is a 6-layer architecture that begins with material sovereignty over energy and manufacturing at the base and builds toward informational sovereignty and governance at the top. Deploying this stack replaces adversarial game theory with mathematically enforced cooperation. This equation represents the shift in our core metrics. Instead of measuring gross domestic product, we transition to a formula that maps variables like trust and cooperative output to real-world outcomes. Asset-backed digital tokens then operationalize this math, providing a financial incentive for coordination instead of extraction. The math is now proven. These protocols provide the tools required to program cooperation directly into our global coordination systems. This architecture manifests physically as autonomous AI agents managing our resource production. Their mandate is to sustain life, community, and relationships. Essential resources, energy, food, and code are governed as a public commons rather than enclosed as private property. Designing a society for universal care is often dismissed as naive. However, the data shows that our current architectures, designed for extraction, are spectacularly effective at creating crisis. Building powerful technologies without asking who they serve is the truly naive choice. From the Linux kernel to the community-owned power grid, the technologies for an architecture of flourishing are already among us. The theorems are proven and the roadmap is clear.